You know, I've been fishing spinner baits for my whole career, and it's one of my top favorite lures because it's so efficient in so many different situations and in so many different depth zones. Slow rolling a spinner bait is one of those techniques that, you know, it's a term that's used pretty loosely, but man, it is deadly effective, and it's something that I absolutely love to do. So first and foremost, slow rolling a spinner bait doesn't mean necessarily that you're fishing it deep. Slow rolling a spinnerbait, simply put, is just fishing a spinnerbait with a slower type retrieve. What I want to do is choose the right spinnerbait, both the head size, blade combination, and color for the specific scenario that I'm faced with. And that could be slow rolling a spinnerbait around shallow laydowns in a foot of water, all the way out to slow rolling a spinnerbait in the tops of suspended timber, you know, 25 or 30 feet deep. So it's just a real loose term, but most importantly, it just means that that bait is moving through the water column. And when I'm slow rolling a spinnerbait, I want it to do a couple of things. So first and foremost is I always want it above the bass's line of sight. This is all in choosing the right combination of blades and head size to get the depth and speed that you're looking for out of your spinnerbait. So when I take a 3/4 ounce head, for instance, and put it with a Colorado and a willow like this, that Colorado provides a lot of lift and it gives me a slower speed, and it works in a particular zone real well. And if I want to do that same thing real shallow, I got to use a different blade combination, again, to keep that spinnerbait leveled out in the water column where I want it to and at the speed that I want to fish it by that particular target or piece of cover. What I want to do is have a blend of spinnerbaits, different head sizes, and different blade combinations that allows me to fish all the different types of cover and all the different levels in the water column itself. So it may sound a little bit confusing, but it's really not. And it's very easy to adjust your spinnerbait presentation as you go by either going upsize in your rear blade or smaller. So if I want to slow my presentation down or make that bait ride higher in the water column, all I got to do is take this rear blade off and change it to a different size. So this 4.5 or 5 that's on the back of this double willow right here, again, if I go up a half of a size in a spinnerbait, it's going to slow that bait down, or it's going to allow it to ride higher in the water column. If I go smaller, it allows it to go deeper. So we have a lot of different spinnerbaits in the Strike Game line. You know, we make the Bottom Dweller, which is designed as a deeper running double willow combination spinnerbait. We have, you know, the Hack Attack series, which is really designed as a heavy cover spinnerbait. You know, it's got a big hook in it. It's got heavier wire to it, and it's really good in thick cover and timber and brush and things like that. But you can literally use any spinnerbait for slow rolling. Most importantly, if you want a spinnerbait to go deeper, you got to have a blade that allows it to, and that means some combination of willow blades. You know, if I'm fishing grass, for instance, I like willow blades. You know, a spinnerbait imitates bait fish. You know, it's shad, bluegill, brim, shiners, whatever it may be in that system. And that's why you want to keep it above the fish's line of sight, and I want it to look natural and be able to fish through that type of cover or whatever I'm slow rolling that spinnerbait around. So in most cases, that's some type of cover. As I'm fishing it, if it's going a little too fast or it's getting bogged down in the cover a little too much, you know, I'm going to upsize that rear blade. So one thing that I do to make that real fast and efficient is I just keep a small box like this right here that I've got some extra blades in. A lot of them already have the swivels already connected to them. I got different colors, I got different sizes. I got willows, Colorados, Indianas. I got some painted blades, I got some different colors. So no matter what the water clarity, I can match the hatch or match the forage that I'm fishing. And again, just adjust the depth and the speed of that bait by either upsizing or downsizing that rear blade. It's something very simple to do. You know, you just take a pair of pliers and open up the loop on the back of the spinnerbait. You can pop the blade off, slip another one on there, and you're back in business real fast. Slow rolling a spinnerbait is a deadly effective technique. Another thing you can do, and a lot of guys like to do, is add a trailer. So either add a grub trailer or a rage swimmer, something like that, to kind of give some extra action to that particular bait. Just know this, when you're adding bulkier plastic to the back, it makes the bait not run as deep. And one of the things about a spinnerbait is that it's always wanting to lift, you know, with the drag of those blades, it's always wanting to come up. So if you're trying to get a bait deeper, you want to minimize that lift. You want to use smaller blades, you want to use a heavier head. That allows it to get down deeper and stay down deeper. If you're in shallow water and you're trying to keep it up, that's a good scenario where you could add a bulkier plastic trailer to it. That is the trick with slow rolling a spinnerbait, is just getting the perfect combination for the scenario that you're in. After that, let the spinnerbait, let the vibration, let those blades do the work for you.